Hi Erin, have you had a busy afternoon today?
Yes, I have. I just got home from dance, and as soon as I got there, I took a shower and came right over.
Just tell me a secret.
A secret? Well, my secret, it's kind of a secret dream. I've always wanted to be a Rockette ever since I was a little girl. I got to go to Nashville, Tennessee to see them perform in their Christmas spectacular show. And ever since I saw them, I've always loved dancing and seeing those girls kick their legs really high. It's really always been a secret dream of mine to become a Rockette.
Tell me about some of the places you danced across the United States.
Well, I danced from Florida. I went there for nationals for my dancing recently, and we won. So we're national champions for hip hop. And I've also went to California for national competitions. So I've kind of danced from the East Coast to the West Coast, and I think I've just danced pretty much in almost a lot of the states.
What is the most difficult decision you've ever had to make?
The most difficult decision I had to make was where I wanted to go to high school, just because going to no middle school, it was a performing arts school, and I didn't know if I wanted to continue going to a performing arts school or just go to a regular high school. So now I'm in the youth performing arts school, and I dance every single day, and I think it was a good decision that I made, and it was a tough one, but I'm glad I was accepted.
Good.
Why was it a tough decision?
Just because going to high school, it's where you're going to formulate where you're going to go to college from there. So I thought it was a very tough decision to make sure it was the correct one, so I was going to be going to the right path to go into college.
What does one have to do to gain your respect?
To gain my respect, I think that you just have to be very honest, and to be able to respect someone else, I think that that's a quality that I think I should have. And as long as someone respects me and has good qualities, then I think that's what it would be.
How is the Cerebral Palsy Help and Hope platform, what could you do with that as Miss Kentucky's Outstanding Teen?
Well, as of right now, I go into special needs classrooms at different elementary schools, and especially the one that my little brother is in. And I work with those students with arts and crafts or reading books and helping them walk. And I think as Miss Kentucky's Outstanding Teen, I could just go get that on a state level instead of just in my community, and really reach out to all kids with cerebral palsy instead of just in classrooms.
You just became a genie and you're going to give one person a wish. It cannot be a relative, it cannot be a friend. Who would you give it to and why?
If I could give a wish to, oh goodness, not a relative. I honestly don't know.
If you gave it to a friend, who would it be?
It would probably just be to my friend Skylar, and it was for my wish for her to have more confidence, because she's a dancer and she doesn't think that she's very well, even though she truly is, and she's always getting down on herself, and I would give her the wish to make her have more confidence in herself.
Do you believe a positive attitude can overcome just about any adversity?
I think a positive attitude is something that you should have when you look at any situation. A positive attitude is something you should have when you look at any situation, and I think it definitely can overcome any bad situation that you put yourself in.
So Erin, then there's a lot of contestants in this pageant, but why should we pick you? Out of all these contestants, what's a special quality that you have? Why should you be Miss Kentucky's Outstanding Teen?
Well, having a large family of 8 people and having so many relatives, I think that I can relate to a very large variety of people, from younger kids to older people. And I think that having that quality, I could reach out to a lot of different people. And I just think that I have the qualities that it could take to become Miss Kentucky's Outstanding Teen. I'm very responsible and dedicated, and it's something that I've always wanted, and I hope I get.
You're one of the 6 E's. Tell me
Yes.
about that.
Well, I have 3 brothers and 2 sisters, and all of our names begin with an E. There's Evan, Emily, Aaron, Ethan, Emma, and Easton. So I have a large family, and so we call it the 6 E's.
What is one thing that's hard about being from a big family?
Well, there's definitely always a lot going on. We play softball, baseball, dance, and we never have a dull moment in my house. So it is kind of hard to always get that attention on you that you may need, because you have so many siblings that your mom also has to take care of. But I also love having a large family because it's so much fun.
Erin, when you look into the mirror, what do you see?
I see someone who can accomplish a lot of goals and someone who really could do a lot with something that they get in front of them. And I think that I have a lot of confidence, and I just think that when I look in the mirror, I can definitely achieve things.
What's one thing you think is overrated and why?
Overrated. I would have to say all of the reality TV shows, because they are so outrageous, and to me I think that they're all planned out, and it's really not the way that these people live their lives every single day, and they're just so overrated, and I don't understand why people waste their time watching them.
Erin, Miss Kentucky's Outstanding Teen is a very big job. It's easy to get overwhelmed. There's a lot of responsibilities. But with so many people watching you and so many people having their eyes on you, you don't want to show them that you're discouraged necessarily. So what are you going to do as Miss Kentucky's Outstanding Teen when you get overwhelmed to keep their hopes up?
Well, I think that if I just stay calm and know that, yes, this is a very difficult job, and that I would just have to, keep to myself and say that it's going to be okay, take a deep breath, because that's what I do when I'm in a difficult situation, and just to keep calm and carry on.
You said you want to remove the stigma attached to cerebral palsy. What is that stigma?
Well, the stigma is just that when anyone sees someone with cerebral palsy, or just with special needs in general, they see them being different, or they're not the same as you and me. And it's just that the stigma is, everyone is equal. We all need to look at those people with special needs as, even though they may be different, they may not be able to walk or talk, but truly they are a human being, and they're just like you and me.
How can you get people to do that, to realize that they are just like you and me?
Well, just like the mindset that, even though they do have the things that set them apart, they're still humans. You can't look at them in a different way just because they may have a few things that set them apart, but just to tell people that equality is key, and to look at them in the same way.
The teachers' unions in Wisconsin, Indiana, Tennessee have broken up a lot of the unions for teachers for the right to negotiate. How do you feel about that?
Having the right to negotiate with a teacher is something that I think is important, because you always need to express your opinion on what you feel, and if you can't do that, then I don't really think that's right.
Erin, what is your motto for life?
My motto is just to never give up. And especially with dancing, that's something that you may not get something right on the first try, but you always have to keep going and to never give up and to always keep trying.
Sorry. Someone once said that losing builds character. Do you believe that?
Yes, I do, because when you lose, it just requires you to work harder and to keep trying for the next time. But if you're winning all the time, then you never know what exactly you could have done better, or I guess just losing is always kind of a good thing, because it kind of brings down your ego, and you're not so into yourself, and it knows that you have work to do.
What is your greatest weakness?
My greatest weakness is sometimes I'm a procrastinator, and I put things off to the very last minute, and especially when my mom asks me to clean my room by a certain day, I don't always do it right away, but I usually always get things done.
If you was going to do a commercial, what kind of commercial would you do? What product?
What product?
Yes.
Probably some new dance shoe or some new dance attire, just because I am always dancing. I've been dancing since I was 3 years old, and just to advertise a new dance wear would be what I would do.
Erin, our time is up.
Okay, thank you.
So much. Come this way, please.
Okay.
Okay.